This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Rams defense. Yeah, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Yeah, he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. Well, they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. is taken down inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point try now for Moody. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now 2nd and 9. Purdy now to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. He'll field this at the 5. And fights through one man. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Stafford. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Stafford. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. McCaffrey on the toss right. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And now off to the races, down the right right side. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, give me radar.
Throwing is Stafford. Pass complete there to McCool. That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by McCool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Here's Purdy. And he's got it. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Stafford. That's caught. Davis Allen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Jair Brown who's got it. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll work down inside the 45. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
32. 59. Hurry up, get set.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Stafford. 20, 10, and down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Stafford now to throw. Screen play set up for Williams. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go play action here. Purdy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing here, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Ayuk goes in motion. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running right, this is Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
All right, fellas, all right. One more time. Let's go. Hey. 22.
Back to throw, Stafford. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Aaron Donald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
You know, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And now here's another interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man Samuel. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So, Charles, they are well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. On 1st down, Stafford here. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go play action here. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an